Hey guys, quick video. It's been said a lot recently in some pretty cool circles. Leaders is meant to be launching pads, not lids. One of the first times I actually spoke in front of a congregation, the guy introduced me, J.D. Oast, and he said, "This guy here is a lid opener." This guy, and I had never thought of any of this stuff. I thought it was all very cool. And I've thought about it a lot since he said it, and that was, I don't know, 8 years ago. He said, Wesley just has a way. He comes and he peeks under the lid and sees what's in there, and then he tells you all about it, even if it's you. And you look back and you go, I never saw that. I never knew that. I hid that. And it brings you a revelation on how to deal with the next step in your life. And I was sitting there going, wow, I didn't know JD ever thought any of those things about me. It was just a really cool conversation. Introduction, whatever. And guys, that's what leaders are supposed to do. We're supposed to take the lid off, help you see what's underneath, and then propel you to the next side of whatever it is you're going through. That's what we're supposed to do. And I never thought of myself in those terms, and I certainly wasn't practicing that a whole lot in leadership because I didn't know a lot about leadership and hadn't practiced a lot of leadership at that time. But that DNA was in me, and I'm so glad that it was, and it is, because I've seen the other side, the side that says, I can't launch people, it scares me. I can't celebrate people, it intimidates me. I can't do anything for others because it makes me smaller, it makes me feel weaker. I have to control, I have to dictate, I have to be a militant usurper of destiny. Because what if your destiny is greater than mine? Or what if your destiny doesn't click perfectly with what's going on with mine? When I say destiny, I just mean you doing the best you can with your life. You know, I mean, what if your best version of you is supposed to be with me, but then I would have to change in order to receive the best version of you? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock you down 2 or 3 pegs away from the best, and that way I never have to have that problem. That is the typical form of mentorship, if you get mentorship, management, leadership, almost across the board. It's almost categorical in America today. We're scared to death to lift people up and say, let me put you. This is how, and Teresa was the first person I ever heard say this. She said, you know, our floor, you know, our ceiling is supposed to be their floor. The highest we can reach is supposed to be where they stand if we lead them. And she was saying that about our children, but it's right about everybody. And so today I challenge you, even though it's scary, even though it's intimidating, even though it might a little bit, take a step back and look at your life and look at the times people helped you. Look at the mentorship that guided you, that changed your life, that changed your world. Look at the relationships that just absolutely revolutionized your whole way of thinking, or the books, or the moments in life where God met you, or whatever. And ask yourself, was it because somebody came up with 5 steps to spiritual purity, or was it because somebody came up with, you know, 3 Hello Dollys and 2 Hare Krishnas and, you know, a pack of M&Ms, or was it a formula? Was it a recipe? Or was it because somebody simply came in your life with a position, with a power, with an impact, with a role to play, and loved you for who you are, where you were, and encouraged you, challenged you, inspired you to be more because they knew you could? I'm going to promise you, all the disciplinary things, all the excellence and the self-confidence, that's all great. All the self-control and the diligence, loud. That's wonderful. There's nothing wrong with any of that. Self-control is a fruit of the Spirit. But that's not the stuff that we need to exclusively put into people. If you do, you're a lid. If you're willing to take the risk and love people for who they are, where they are, because of where God's going to take them and who they're going to be, and you even start to see them as that potential self, and you start to propel them as that potential self, and you cover their failures because you know who they truly are, that's when you reach a level of leadership and a level of influence that people look at you and go, I want to be around you. That's what Jesus did. That's why